Well, hello. I won't be speaking to y'all about my personal opinion for ranking of 3-star and 4-star combiners. And I know already, oh no, he's got a personal opinion. How dare he? We must cancel him for his own personal opinions. Well, guess what? Suck it up, Buttercup. And go cry to your mommy in the corner. I don't care. Anyways, let's get into it. We'll start off with the 3 stars from bottom to top, and I'll give my own explanation on why I say that. And starting off at the bottom, 3-star Overlord. His abilities are garbage, and he is just weak. And the fact that he has a level cap of 10 before you can take him till his 4-star is even more garbage. So even if you wanted to use him, he's getting outranked by others pretty fast. So this garbage combiner can just go sit in a well and die. Rust. Who cares? His 2-star ability does near to no damage. His 3-star ability is basically Bruticus ability of, hey mom, can we get this? But we already have that at home. Basically that meme. You know. That's his 3-star ability, essentially. He's not worth it. Rank him up to a 3-star just for the sake of it, because 5,000 is easy to get for Shanix, but still. Get those build bots before you get Overlord. He's just dog shit. Like, his opposite for you Autobots is Omega Supreme. That should be a given, though. If only if he was a better investment. But he's not. For 9th place, I'm actually going to give to Minosaur as a 3-star. That's Victorion for you Autobots. Yeah, I did it. I said it. Minosaur is actually better than Overlord. Go ahead, Big Blade. Go wild. Yay. Woo. Too bad he's still crap. I do wish Minosaur was better. He really could be. They just need to buff him. Do it, Space Apes. Stop being cowards, being afraid to make old content good for combiners, and make him good. It's not hard. His first ability, where he teleports him, is good. I like it. Then his other one is the equivalent of a kid swinging his arms around in a circle thinking it's going to do damage. That's what I think about it. It's like a little kid flailing his arms thinking that he's going to hurt you. It's really adorable and funny. I will say this, though. He's got an awesome transformation. One of the best in the game. But they just had to kill him in terms of abilities and power. Anyways, on to number 8. Number 8 is Abominus. That's Defensor for you Autobots. Blah. He's a good combo. Good combo combiner. He actually has more health than God Neptune at the same level. Yeah. Level 10, 3-star Eponymous, 51,000 health. Then level 10, 3-star God Neptune, 41,000. So he's at least tanky. He just doesn't have the abilities to back it up as a 3-star. Even though God Neptune has more DPS, but we'll get into that later. Oops. So in terms of Eponymous, he is a great combo combiner. You throw down his acid, and then rush through it, and you spread that acid around. Great. Then I don't really know much else. I haven't touched him in forever. I haven't used him since I unlocked him, which was when he was my first combiner, though, at least. My first true one. Screw you, Overlord. You are garbage. Bottomus could use buffs to make him better and bring him back up there again. Or at least notable again. But he's still good. But just like all other combiners, needs to be a 4-star to be good. Anyways, we're about to go on to number 7. Number 7 for a 3-star ranking is Galvatronus. His opposite is Skyrain. He's pretty mid, honestly. I will say he does need to be a 4-star to actually get effective damage in. His missiles and rush just aren't enough. But he is a stronger Devastator, though. At least in terms of rushing. The Slam, Dark Slam, whatever it's called. It's good. I like the fact that it can do a good amount of AoE with whatever the fog does. I believe it does. It has a chance to blow up. Right? Let's see. Dark Rush. Rush into combat, dealing 2,000 damage to your final target, leaving behind dark energy along the way. Dealing 100. Oh, okay, so yeah, it does damage over time. Effective building, destroy, kills. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's actually good. So his 3-star is decent. He's mid overall. He's not the best, but he's not the worst as a 3-star. Usable if you have him. But there are better choices as for 3-star combiners. Now for number 6, Devastator. This big bad brute is actually better than people think. Does he need buffs? Yes he does. But he's still good. His rockets are great for clumped bases, and his slam is also great for clumped bases. He's another mid bot, I'd say. Doesn't need the 4-star to be good, but the 4-star makes him better. Which is a nice trait to have, I'd say, compared to others. The slam, I'd say it's good for clumped up outpost bots. He's not really a rush combiner. He's a sit there and destroy everything within around where you deploy him about. Then his missiles are better for structures. So yeah, pretty mid. Good balance for it being a combiner you can basically buy. Get one ability good for outpost bots, yeah, and then another one good for structures. We'll talk more about his 4-star ability later. His opposite is Superion, obviously. Next up, I've already lost count, is Leo Kaiser as a 3-star. He's one that needs to be a 4-star to be good, sadly. But he's still usable for the right things. If you use it right. If you don't use him right, he's below Galvatronus. But if you use him the right way, he does good. His opposite is Computron. I'd say he's better for outpost bot destruction, not for structure destruction, unless it's clumped base for his optic burn. Otherwise, you're going to want to use him on those outposts, or bunkers, as I like to call them. But otherwise, he's not very notable as a 3-star. The only thing knowing is that he's great for defense. There are better assault options, but if you have to, he's alright for offense. At least usable, unlike Menasor and Overlord as a 3-star. Anyways, onward to the next one. Now then, the 3rd and 4th placements can be interchangeable within each other depending off of how your playstyle is and structure. So, Bruticus or Optimus Maximus for you Autobots. Too many Optimus Primes out there. Kill them all! Till all are gone, right? You agree with me, Jazz and Blade. Bruticus is a great 3-star combiner to have. His frenzy ability is strong. He's also easy to get ranked up pretty fast, considering everything. And then his shockwave ability is meh. It's the downside of him, sadly. But nice part about Bruticus is that he doesn't need to be a 4-star to be good. The 4-star makes him better, but he doesn't need it. His frenzy attack is great for outposts and structures. He decimates it all. He's the perfect soldier. If only if Megatron could have more of him, then the Decepticons would win this war pretty easily. His shockwave ability definitely has more to be desired. I wish it was better, but for what it is, it's alright. Anyways, on to the next one. Placing 3rd is Predaking as a 3-star. His opposite is Volcanicus. He is a pretty good combiner. He can be swapped places with Bruticus depending off of playstyle and what you need or want for that base. He is one of the Greys, pretty good, pretty balanced overall, and needs buffs as well. Too bad. He would have been the perfect candidate to become the next 5-star combiner if only people actually realized that and voted Rampage instead of Sea Phantom. Anyways, his flamethrower is great for outpost bots and structures. Unlike Bruticus, well, the sad part, worst part about Volcanus against Bruticus is that he can't deal with spread out bases as easily as Bruticus can, because of the fact that his flamethrower is more around him for clump bases and outposts compared to Bruticus, who can just sit there and destroy spread out bases and clumps easily. His sword strike, where he jumps up into the air and does all that, is pretty good. Great rush, great little AoE abilities, and once again does not need to be a 4-star to be good, but the 4-star still makes him better. Anyways, on to number 2. Woo, yay. Tripedicus, or Magnaboss for you Autobots. Tripedicus as a 3-star is pretty good. I'd say he's on par with Predaking and Bruticus as a 3-star. Sadly, he is one that does need a 4-star to be good, but he's still pretty decent as a 3-star. His shield ability is a great way to delay any damage coming in while you wait on your rushing whatever it's called. Let's see, what's it called? Dang it. Supercharged Splash, his rush ability. So his Acid Splurge and Supercharged Blast are great. The shield is great for delay, while the splash is great for just getting there, along with the fact that he's great for spread out bases and clumped ones, which is why he's so damn good. But now to number 1. Celebration. Yay, I think you all know who this one is, unless you're an absolute idiot, which if you are and you don't know who it is, good for you. And for the number 1 spot, we have Minosaur. Ha, congratulations if you guessed him. The true number 1 spot goes to God Neptune. He is absolutely insane. A level 13 is over here, 3-star God Neptune, solo zone 14. And you realize how easy it is to get a level 13 3-star God Neptune. It's as easy as saying 1, 2, 3. Unless you just can't count. Which, if you can't count, go get yourself a cookie. So, his rush ability has stupid long range, with, I believe, a slight bit of damage resistance. Which, why? And then his other ability is a ginormous AoE ability that just destroys everything around it. And the thing is that both his 3-star abilities can be deployed within seconds of each other constantly, which is absolutely ridiculously awesome, and I love it and hate it. Anyways, I've noticed something while I've transformed him. Space Ape needs to fix something floating. It's funny, actually. It's ginormous trident. Why? It's funny. And then, tiny little BB trident right there. They need to fix everything about him. For his transformation in robot mode, it's broken. He's broken as in the meta and model. Like, look at that. His hand is floating. Come on. Fix him. Just to fix him. At least the model. Don't fix his abilities. Just fix the model, please. But keep the trident. That's hilarious. And I love it. Anyways, on to the 4-star. And the one none of y'all saw coming in last place is Overlord. Overlord, yeah! 4-star Overlord is absolute dog shit bad, not worth the 50,000 Shanix. If the only reason you should ever invest into his 4-star is if your player level is 80 and you can't buy Z Energon anymore. Which in that case, go ahead, buy it. But even then, he's not worth it. I've touched his 4-star, and it felt like I needed new hands. I needed to scrub the skin off of my hands after touching it. filthy garbage, dog shit. Throw it in the dumpster and forget about it. I don't care what the pros say. He is garbage as a 4-star. The sheer fact that there's this giant paywall you have to save months for just for him to be meh. Just meh. Alright. Better for defense, and even then there's better choices now than him. And I don't mean just Leo Kaiser. No. I'd say nearly all combiners outrank him on defense, except for a few. Offense, he is absolutely slaughtered in. I want a combiner that can destroy the base, not just a tiny little portion of it. I want him to be able to survive advanced outposts and other combiners, not get slaughtered by them. I've seen the war replays of a maxed out 5-star Overlord who still dies in seconds. He's useless. Completely outranked by today's standards. Does he need buffs? Nah. Floating shoulder pads? Sure. Who doesn't love a good old floating shoulder pad? Now, the more about his 4-star ability. It is basically him shooting a bunch of his 2-star abilities that don't do damage on the way, but buffs the bots when he finally dies. So there's a reason to at least pop it off. But he's still dog shit bad because he doesn't destroy shit. You need his 5-star ability to do anything to a base, which is just sad and pathetic. So get this out of my face already. I'm done looking at it. And in 9th place is 4-star Tripedicus. He is absolute dog shit bad. His abilities do nothing. This is a joke. Anyways, now to the real 9th spot. 4-star Minosaur. His 4-star ability doesn't do the damage he does, and if his health goes below 20%, he just dies. It just doesn't go off. So basically, rush into middle of base and then use it. That's how you have to use his ability, and even then, it doesn't do the damage that's advertised. So he's pretty meh. At least he's better than 4-star Overlord because he will still do more damage. How is the considered to be worst 4-star combiner in the game better than the supposed best, one of the best top war combiners ever? Please explain to me how he does more damage. You can't, and you won't. If you do, I'll just ignore you. Say that's childish. I don't care. He's still better than Overlord. Because he at least can distract something for a bit. You put Overlord into the base, he's sort of just dying. You put Minosaur into the base, he's at least lasting a little bit to last a ability or two. Anyways, on to number 8. I'd hate to do this one to him, but Eponymous is a good 4-star combiner. He's good, don't get me wrong. He's a great one. I wish I had his 4-star combiner. I've seen what his 4-star can do. The 4-star ability is actually pretty damn good, but I gotta give it to someone else for that 7th place. And that's due to a few different outside things that involve different things, but I guess he's interchangeable with 7th place. The ability is a great reflection and does a good amount of damage. I just say he needs a few buffs here and there to make him better. But he's still very much usable, just outranked by others. Next up is Devastator. Can be changed with Abominus within positions, based off of preference and base. Abominus is more of a front line, so is Devastator, but Devastator is a clumped as well. Death Ray. You give Triptychon's beam attack damage up, he's a beast. But if you don't have that going on, he's alright. Mid. Like he should be. Surprisingly, the sheer fact that he is mid tier. In fact, a lot of the ones between and the middle bunch are harder to figure out placements. Abominus and Devastator here were hard to actually figure out who should I put over who. Devastator sort of inches out due to the death beam with Triptychon, but even without that buff, it's still good to have. Right now, if you want to see my level 16, oh no, I don't have max combiners. How I'm not usable as a ranking list. Oh no, I guess I can't be used anymore. Click off the video, go ahead. Apparently, I'm just not notable for it. Well, anyways, for those who stayed, Death Ray, a beam, which works with Triptychon, like I said, 6,615 damage as a level 16. That's good enough to almost kill most gunners, kills medics, at least for those who have their max level at 60. And does good dents on everything else. Like, you're not walking away unscathed if you get hit by the Death Ray, which is the nice part. Great for either outposts or clump bases, or even just little clump sections or structures by themselves. You could get Devastator's 4-star ability off at least twice in a attack if you conserve him in a safe spot in a way. He can still be in the thick of it, but not in the center of the base getting hit by everything. I've gotten to use Death Ray twice a match in Zone 14 at least. And now, in what was it? 6th place can be changed with 5th being Predaking already. No, wait, whoa, what? Whoops, spoilers. Anyways, Bruticus's 4-star ability is lots of EMP missiles, which are pretty good to lock down. But I don't have the experience with it to really judge. I hear it's good. I believe it's good. But I just don't have the experience. Put him any higher. I want to say his 4-star is great. I just can't. Because they don't have the experience. I just need a swindle. Please, game, give me swindle. I know I can buy it. I just don't want to. I'm going to rely on the gacha system to eventually get it until I get tired enough of waiting where I finally get him. Yay. But his 4-star ability, 3,100 electric damage, should pair well with Scorponok, actually. Extra EMP damage. I mean, that's good for missiles. 20 seconds of EMP damage. I mean, this 4 structure's locked down. That's pretty damn good. Even better on defense, I hear. Now then, for the next spot, we got Predaking. His 4-star ability is alright. Does he need it? No. But it's a AoE fire circle that rains from the sky. It works. It's good, at least. And if you can get Acid Storm to put out his ability, and you get that off in time, it will do absolute havoc. Predaking just needs some buffs, and he'd be up there again, I'm at least putting him in top 5. Which is pretty good, I'd say, maybe. Most people look at top 3, though. Predaking definitely could be better, like I just said. I'm repeating myself, I don't know why. I'm just rambling because I have no scripts. So yeah, Extinction, 2,772. Fire damage is level 13. I need to level him up, but I just do not have the spark yet. Please, game, give me more Combiner Spark. Space Apes, you heard that. More Combiner Spark in game. Anyways, moving on, because there's not really much to talk about more than I've already talked about for him. Besides the fact that the 4-star ability is alright and just makes him better than he already was. Anyways, we got Leo Kaiser in the 4th spot, I believe. I've lost track. Anyways, his ability as a 4-star is a ginormous Hexzone that does 320 damage as a level 16. Which is pretty good. Pretty good. Great for bases that have no anti-hack build bot cores out there. Which normally for the lower zones, you're not facing that until zone 14, maybe. There's a little bit of it, not much though. And zone 15 and higher with wars as well. But that's really the extent of it. For raid, you're probably going to keep your 4-star Leo Kaiser in that Combiner Beacon. If you don't have the Combiner Beacon and he's your only 4-star, then by all means, use him. He is great. Especially on clumped bases, his 4-star is good for making all structures destroy themselves in a matter of seconds. It's funny as hell. I recommend you do it. It is amazing. Along with if you manage to catch the outpost bots, then it's even better. Anyways, next spot. Number 4. Galvatronus. His 4-star ability is what makes him god tier, what makes him good, what makes him powerful, what makes him the best, or one of the best. It makes him invincible while doing a large sum of damage, and then whenever he dies, he buffs your bots that you already have out there with, I believe, reflection? Let's see. 205 seconds, 6 times damage to walls, invulnerable for seconds. Receive, reflect damage reduction for 10 seconds upon his death, which is insane. You pair him with the Nexus Prime, I believe, which is the Prime core that buffs combiners as long as you deploy that bot that has that core attached first. And then you got an even better Galvatronus on your attack. Truthfully, that's for all combiners. But that sheer fact that he has invincibility that also buffs at the end. He's doing Overlord's job, but better. Which is just great. His missiles, Enigma Barrage actually does something. The black hole does damage. He actually can do something. He can tank all the shots from outpost bots in a combiner and outpost as long as it's not Leo Kaiser who will hack him. Man. Please get hacked. It's funny. So, in other words, Galvatronus, one of the strongest as a 4-star. I need to rank him up, but once again, I need Spark. Honestly, I'd say second place, Tripedicus. You could honestly argue for first place if it wasn't for the fact that some other unmentionable combiner is better at the moment. Tripedicus can solo zone 15s and maxed out at level 25 as a 4-star. That's pretty damn good. Except for the fact that zone 15 is basically becoming zone 16. Oh, space apes, fix everything. So, basically, the 4-star ability is a giant last fuck off ability that heals him at the same time. So it really does extra fuck off, you're not killing me sort of stuff. Huge radius, huge DPS with self heal. What maniac thought of this? I want to kiss you. So please use the Tripedicus if you get him as a 4-star. He just ignore, or no, don't ignore God Neptune. Nah. If you get Tripedicus as a 4-star, focus on him more until you get God Neptune as a 4-star. But basically, Tripedicus is broken, and I don't want him fixed. He is a great combiner for attacks and war, but Grim, he's not for war. He's a raid. He's for getting resources. Yeah, whatever. If for specific types of bases that are somewhat clump, they can still be spread out, and he will destroy a good chunk, or at least have a good chunk of it hurt really badly. He is great for still taking on outposts and combiners. You want to use him, and he is absolutely great for it. Before God Neptune, he was the unreigning champ of being number 1. There was no competing with him, except for some reason, the pros who are drunk and high as fuck who need to get off their acid trips, wanting to think that 5-star Overlord is worth something. Imagine getting rid of 3 5-stars potentially just because you think that paying for something bad to be decent is worth something. It's hilarious. Please, by all means, try to argue. My logic is already sound. Why pay for something that's bad to be decent? Or bearable, to really say it. 4-star Tripedicus. One of the best, one of the strongest, absolutely overpowered. 373 damage for 20 seconds, and then also heals 249 health per second. So that's insane. Oh wait, sorry. For 60 seconds, you get healed for. So overall, for damage, he's getting 7,580 damage from at least the supercharged Cicada Swarm. And then for health, you're regaining 15,000 back, essentially. Or if you want to be a stickler in the mud for exact numbers, 14,940. That's a good chunk of health to get back. It's one ability you want to get out, and not just conserve. It's normally you want to get it out ASAP, because I believe that is also applying towards your bots after Tripedicus dies. So, once again, I'm going to say it. One of the best, one of the top. I need to get him to level 25 right now. Give me the fucking spark already. Then in the number 1 spot is God Neptune. And it's only because he's the newest and one of the strongest. It has been repeated over and over. I don't agree with his upcoming 5-star. It should have been Predaking. Fuck you, see Phantom voters. Please give me 5-star Predaking. He's not my favorite combiner. That's Bruticus. But Predaking is my second favorite Decepticon combiner. My second favorite true combiner is, well, Volcanicus. Anyways, God Neptune is the top. Because, well, the sheer fact that his 3-star abilities are so rapid within their cooldown, it is absolutely insane. It is actually less than 10 seconds for cooldown. Half the damage for 10 seconds. Where is even the cooldown? Where? There, it doesn't. We need a cooldown timer on these things. I actually know how long the cooldown is. But the 4-star makes them better. Is it required to have? No, but it's absolutely great to have because you need to be part of level 25, and the level 25 is such a large amount of DPS that is crushing zone. I've heard some rumors in some things where he's soloing zone 16. You heard me right, zone 16 as a 4-star. And we're about to get his 5-star eventually. Who knows when that will be? Make sure you ping Freeze's Max in his Discord server. He will definitely tell you when the 5-star is coming out, along with how the 5-star ability will be. By all means, do it. Ping with @Freezius Max. 4-star ability is good. Is it as usable as the other abilities? No, but it's still great. Anyways, that concludes it. Thank you for watching, if you even did. If you did, then woo! Good for you. You made it to the end. Subscribe, like, share if you want to. But once again, I just have no script with this. It's just what comes to mind. I say it. Don't mind me. Man, I just do not know what to say or do at this point. God Neptune, great combiner. Invest into him before it's too late. If you're a noob and listening to this, fresh out, if you get God Neptune, invest into him right away. Do not wait. He is broken. He is powerful and honestly great for early game players and late game. It is ridiculous the fact that he's overtaken the lower leagues and also is powerful enough to decimate the higher leagues. And he's not flimsy either when he's low level. A level 1 you can take straight into, I believe, zone 11 or zone 12 and solo it without any loss. Which is, I don't know what to say, but that's a lot of power. But that's the end of it. Jazz and Blade. Minosaur is not good. He's bad. Better than Overlord, but still bad. Let's just say you get lucky. Anyways, my fellow Decepticon enjoyers, go out there, destroy Autobots, teach them who boss, steal their resources, plunder, and enslave, till all are gone. Till next time, Grim out.